What up, everybody? This your boy Black Magus, and rainy Saturday morning. At work. This is a 6-day work week. Luckily, I only have a 5-day work week next week, and then after that, I'm actually off a week. So, hey, it's cool. Things are normal, sorta, kinda. I'm at work, so I'll still have to do some 6-day work weeks, but it'll be every other week at the most. And that's just a part of the schedule. At least I'll get like 2 half days, even though it sucks being, having to come in to work for 4 hours on a Saturday morning. It's just like kind of silly and ridiculous because I could be asleep, but I also could be jobless, so I should be thankful for that. You know what I mean? But anyway, so you guys have probably noticed I've posted a few videos over the weekend. Did some stuff for Wise Guy Gaming, Sports, and Entertainment with my boy Eurostrix. Thank you again, sir, for your wonderful explanations of the whole Twitch affiliate program. I posted that video on every source that I could possibly think of. Hopefully he's done so too, because it's vital information. I think he gave people a good overview and opinion of what that program is all about and what to expect from it. So you guys should check that out. I also did my own personal thing where I just basically wanted to reiterate some points that I made in our conversation. Reason I did that was not to necessarily be redundant or to milk the subject, but I want to reinforce the fact that just because they've opened up their platform to better monetization for all users, let's not start thinking that we're going to be on that quote-unquote YouTube gravy train that people were all over back in the day. We touched on that in our videos, and in my personal video I touched on that again. In this video I'm going to touch on it again because I know there's a lot of people out there who's super angry at YouTube, who just can't stand the things that they've done, who feel marginalized, who feel like they've been cut short of any potential growth because of the changes that YouTube has made over the past couple of years, especially with the last one, where now people are making significantly less from being partnered or for being a part of AdSense. The whole now you have to have 10,000 views to actually receive any type of monetization has pissed off a lot of people. Because before it was you opened a YouTube channel, you signed up for AdSense, and even if you weren't getting that many views, you were still getting pennies on a video that would accumulate. So you still were able to generate some type of revenue, especially if you were able to push your views up to a couple of hundred a video. Then you'd be able to get some pocket change to run around with and play with, pay a bill, something like that. But now views really don't matter. View time is much more significant. And I think that was one of the big things back in the day with YouTube, is that a lot of people came to YouTube because you can get some quick, short, entertaining videos. And it truly catered to the short attention span. Now that view minutes matters more, longer content is starting to prevail, and people still have a short attention span. So that doesn't bode well for people who want to switch up from their short 5-minute content or 10-minute content at the most to more healthier, lengthier videos, because they're trying to generate revenue. They're moving in a different direction. They're trying to thin the herd out. They're trying to repair their reputation because, hey, let's be real. YouTube got extra wild up to a point. The drama videos, exposing people, all of that. I think it's come to a head. And YouTube now is trying to shift to probably more family orientated, or at least more network orientated. Like, you got YouTube Red, YouTube Music, where they're featuring music artists more. They're doing their own programming. They've got now the YouTube TV streaming thing, where they're streaming shows and networks for a monthly fee. They are becoming less of just a source for anybody to come on and do their own thing, to being much more like, it's funny because they're kind of more like PlayStation View or Sling now. You know what I mean? Apple TV. They're moving into that direction. And, people doing the things that they've done before, like in the gaming realm in particular, doing, the montages of your gameplay, where there's still a market for that. It's not what they want to promote. Let's Plays. That's not what they want to promote. All of that stuff, the contention between commentators and, conflict between games and reaction videos and all that. They're moving beyond that. They want you to do a more healthier presentation. And when I say healthier, I don't mean that, everything out there is poison, but for them, it's all about the quality and the makeup of the presentation now. You notice a lot of people are getting hit with monetization being taken away because YouTube doesn't consider the video quote unquote ad friendly, and a lot of that stuff is things that I just said, like the drama and all of that. They're just not, unless you're like a news media site, a real news media site, or something that they consider quote unquote real news, they're probably going to hit you for that. So you doing a video about how bad such and such is, or how fake such and such is, isn't going to do it for them, especially if they're a large person. And you know how people love to attack big people on YouTube, because those people are people who, even though YouTube's skewing away from some of the things that got a lot of the larger YouTubers put on, they're still going to protect them to a degree because they're still generating. They're so big that they make too much money to disengage with quickly. Unless you do like a certain person, which I'm not going to say his name because my video about that situation actually got hit with that it's not ad friendly thing. But you guys know who I'm talking about. Unless you're that person and you do something that can really scare away advertisers, that's considered racist or possibly homophobic or, things like that, sexist, you're okay. They'll let you slide with something. It's, I understand why we're all supposed to be upset, disenfranchised. And me personally, I would say I was disenfranchised with YouTube even before Red, because of the environment. I think the chaos turned me off more than this. This just made me know that, okay, so while I've struggled to make certain content that wasn't like everybody else, I was trying to do something different, something a little more constructive, a little more personable, and things like that. This just like maybe say, okay, well, now it's going to be harder for me because they're not really catering to those people anymore. The people who are trying to expand, get better. They never really were when you think about it, though. It was just all about the ad money. If you can generate ad money, they were fine with you. And that's the reality of it. And that's why like the whole Wild Wild West thing was allowed, because all they had to do is just get that hit for the ad, and they got the lion's share of the revenue anyway, and they were willing to put up with it. But now advertisers are being more they're being more scrutinizing of what they put their brand on, and YouTube is replying in kind to protect that money. So it is what it is. I think I've rambled on for enough, though. 11 minutes. I'll probably be going into work soon. Everybody should be showing up in a minute. In fact, there they go now. So I'm going to sign off on this video. As always, you guys, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Megas, and I'm out. Deuces.